We got some shit. Oh, we're live. Damn, forgot to push record. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new video that came out by a channel called You Rock Stars. And I'll admit that this channel, I go to this channel now for all my WandaVision type of theories and kind of things that I missed. Because these guys really break it down and they really go through each frame by frame. And they say some shit that you don't really like think about. And you're like, oh shit, how the fuck did I miss that shit, motherfucker? Goddamn. Anyways, so this is their breakdown for the trailer that came out yesterday for Justice League, the Snyder Cut. So I kind of want to watch this and see if what did I miss, you know what I mean? And plus kind of like reveal some stuff that's pretty cool that I really didn't notice. Let's go. I'm not going to waste any more time. And let's play that sumbitch right
Welcome
now.
back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and the latest trailer for Zack Snyder's Justice League gives us an even deeper look into Snyder's original vision, including Darkseid with Desaad and Granny Goodness, and Jared
Granny.
Leto
I saw
Joker,
pictures of that old
hilariously
lady. Is that a real
self-aware
old
of his own
lady?
Meme culture. Pretty much every shot in this has little details added by Snyder, hinting at how this R-rated recut on HBO Max is a very different movie. So let's break down everything you might have missed from this trailer. Let's
R-rated.
get
I mean,
started.
shit's about to go down. Ever since I saw that girl's head get chopped off the Amazon, I was just like, whew, this movie's gonna be on another
this is
level.
a new angle of Superman's death with Doomsday in Batman v Superman, his suit visibly torn through the crest to emphasize that there should be no way he just puts on the same old blue and red suit. He's gotta go dark. Kal-El's death screams have been visualized as these shockwave blasts, representing the bell that has been rung for Darkseid, described by the voice of Lex Luthor. Coming back
People
from
probably
the
heard
end of
that from
Batman v
miles
Superman
away,
with his
too.
warning to Batman. But what I love about this, if you were to go back and watch Batman v Superman, back then Snyder snuck in these same vocal blasts right as Superman screamed in that scene. So this is what Snyder is talking about when he says restoration. He's not adding a bunch of random stuff, he's restoring unappreciated details that were part of his vision to begin with. And now by revisiting this moment in Snyder's slow-mo, we get to better observe the exact consequences of Kal-El's death. Next clip.
You can see the waves just going through. The scream. Among the stars.
The god is dead. Okay, here we follow the death.
Oh, I didn't know that the
shockwave
Amazons
up
are right
through
there.
The damaged city out into the darkness, where it can be picked up by all
Darkness.
kinds of evil shit. I love how the sound
Oh.
design just keeps that scream just as powerful as it echoes outward. Constant cry that never ends. I know that's how
God has
works.
fallen.
It's just meaningful when it's pain. Now, of course, Superman's super breath is one of his abilities. It creates strong gusts of wind. You'll notice how it fans the flames it crosses. It blows back the smoke. But here, it's not just a goofy thing he's doing. It's something he is releasing in his final breath. And here is a good example of why Snyder reconceived this all in the taller 1.43 to 1 aspect ratio. And the more common wider cinematic aspect ratios of 1.85 to 1 or 2.39 to 1, action can only be shown like right to left or left to right across a horizontal horizon, but Snyder felt that cinema
I remember that scene.
medium, a lot of action
Poor
moves
Batman.
up and down, like a superhero taking off in flight, a supervillain slamming down his weapon, or in this case, this sound wave blasting outward away from us out into the dark horizon. And then we see the shot of the Themyscira temple crumbling into the sea, presumably after Steppenwolf's attack and capture of that mother box. Moving on.
I had a dream. Almost like a premonition.
We're gonna see a lot more of the apocalypse.
There's an attack coming.
Okay, some new shots of the post-apocalyptic nightmare future from Batman v Superman that this movie is revisiting. Bruce describes it as a dream/premonition of an attack. Leaked storyboards suggested this would be 5 years into the future, and now instead of the
5
dream
years?
it was depicted as BVS, it will be a true flash forward that Bruce will spend a lot more time in. maybe an actual future that the Flash will have to time travel back from. Diana recovers the arrow that was fired into this other temple at the moment of Steppenwolf's arrival, and here she finds this inner chamber with art depicting the ancient war against Darkseid the first time he came. Underneath Darkseid, you can see a depiction of the three mother boxes merging together into the Unity, but behind Diana are depictions of the
I need that as a
mother boxes
wallpaper
separate,
for my
showing how
computer.
those united forces of Earth once stopped that invasion. But then a shot
I
of
hope they have a
Darkseid marching past
extended
hundreds
version of that
parademons
scene,
in
that
this
battle
classically
scene.
designed hall, draped with banners showing Darkseid's
Look at him.
Omega symbol. In other shots, Darkseid is really only seen in Earth in ancient times, but based on that wrecked skyscraper background, I believe this is the same nightmare future that Batman is in. Darkseid is flanked by his minions Desaad, and the female to the right is Granny Goodness, confirmed by Zack Snyder. Granny Goodness is one of Darkseid's cruelest
What?
lieutenants. First, she started out as one of the lowlies of Apocalypse, trained up into one of Darkseid's hounds, his soldiers. She was ordered to kill her dog Mercy that she had trained as part of her training, but she refused, and then she killed her trainer instead. Granny Goodness later ran the orphanage.
I would have done the same
training
thing.
facility for all of Darkseid's soldiers. Assuming this is Earth's future, Granny Goodness could be training all these parademons, formerly the soldiers of Earth, that have been transformed. Moving on.
My lord, this world will fall.
Like his voice is different, like a little raspier too.
Warriors. I'm building an alliance to defend
The
ourselves.
music pumps you
Here,
up.
Steppenwolf kneels before a projection of Desaad. I love how sparks just rain down from the projection, like when you call someone across the galaxy, energy spills all over the place, makes a mess. Now, you may remember from the theatrical cut, this was the scene where Steppenwolf weirdly prays, and then we're just kind of left even more confused as to what his motives were. Here, this has been revised to clarify the context of Steppenwolf being a cast-out lieutenant of Darkseid, trying to get back in Darkseid's good graces by recovering these three mother boxes that were lost in the past war. This is going to be the moment he says the line, "No protectors here, no lanterns, no Kryptonian. This world will fall like all the others." And we see how under his spiky armor, Steppenwolf's head is truly otherworldly. It's got scaly skin, hammerhead horns, traps like fucking meat sails. This guy's fierce. Actually, compare his fight with the Amazonians to the theatrical cut. When the axe comes down, before it barely left a dent in the earth, just kind of a CGI slash, now it cracks the hell out of it. It sends chunks of terrain flying. You can feel that impact. And then his lightning charge
can see
swing
his little
releases
minions
either
behind
dirt
him
on the
too,
ground that he just
flying.
dug into, or blood from that Amazonian rider. Either way.
Yeah, that's definitely
Then Diana
blood.
saves these
That's definitely
hostages,
blood.
Though there is this exterior shot of an explosion coming from within the building. So I don't know, in this version, Diana might not cleanly detonate the suitcase bomb safely above the building. And then before we move on, a shot of Cyborg. No way does this guy have enough guns. Based on his surroundings, he looks like he is in that post-apocalyptic nightmare with Bruce. And notice how he's got this third appendage toting a briefcase. I thought maybe it could have been connected to that fake LexCorp suitcase from that nightmare sequence in BVS.
Definitely
Though
more
I think this might be
Cyborg
some
in this
cool
movie, and I'm
deal they're
not
about to make with the Joker. More on that
complaining
later. Let's
about
move on.
that.
How do you know your team's strong enough? If you can't bring down the charging bull, then don't wave the red cape at it.
I love Alfred's line here, how it syncs with the imagery. If you can't bring down the charging bull, right as Steppenwolf charges forward with his bull horns, and don't wave the red cape as Cyborg projects a hologram of Superman with his billowing red cape. There's kind of a message created here with the editing. If you can't defeat Steppenwolf on your own without resurrecting Superman, maybe you shouldn't risk the temptation of dancing with that red cape. And you'll notice Steppenwolf's eyes glow blue here, unlike the white they glowed in the theatrical cut, maybe suggesting a link with the Unity or the blue boom tube portal that has opened up. And then the imagery you've seen of Darkseid in the Ancient War, but we see the other shot of his axe terraforming this whole plane, creating this symbol out of lava, marking his territory. I know, this is kind of hard to see. It looks blurry, as if you're wearing someone else's prescription glasses. By the way, have you ever done that? It hurts your vision because they were not meant for you. And while we're on that subject, quit sleeping on a mattress that isn't meant for you either. Get yourself the Dusk 2 free pillows.
Yeah, we're gonna skip forward.
And even
Skip
if it
through
takes
that.
you the rest of your life,
We're definitely gonna get more Flash scenes.
what that reason is.
Really get to know more of
Okay, I love this.
to
This
see
new
what
shot of
he was
Victor Stone
doing.
in his number 7 GCU Letterman jacket on this interesting landscape. This is probably synced with that other reverse shot we've seen of Cyborg in this form stopping the artillery, which means it must be inside his mind. And I love it. Rather than Cyborg just plugging into a machine, we get to see how his fusion with technology looks in his own mind's eye. And then more of the scene when Barry Allen saves Iris West from her car collision with the hot dog cart. This cart looks like a farm produce. Got this Fox logo, maybe connected to the family of Lucius
Mephisto.
Fox, I do love how the ketchup and the mustard snake out of their squeeze bottles. All these little pieces of food just to show us how Barry is moving at god level speed. I love debris. And then this shot of Superman in his black suit, clenching his fist as pebbles float off the ground. Clearly, we are getting a Man of Steel flight sequence 2.0, bringing him full circle with his first flight from that Kryptonian ship. Nice. Moving on.
I was like, nice.
They said the age of heroes would never come again.
Okay, in this section, there's this interesting shot of Batman on this bat tank.
God,
This is what
beautiful
Snyder is
shot.
calling Batman's war machine.
It's the bat tank.
Universe. Anyway, it appears to be based on the tank.
Not
of
a war
Frank
machine, it's
Miller's
the
The Dark
bat
Knight
tank.
Returns. Looks as though Batman could be using this to help clear the rubble in the aftermath of the death of Superman. But another interesting shot, Cyborg trying to, looks like, separate the mother boxes from the Unity, but now the Flash appears behind him, Speed Force ignited to, what, interfere with this? And then there's this curious look of recognition washing over Victor's face as the camera pushes into his eye. So what is going on here? Well, it is almost certain at this point that the Snyder Cut is going to partially set up the Flash movie itself, an adaptation of the Flashpoint paradox in which Barry Allen sprints through time and fucks up all the timelines. So here we could be seeing in which Barry returns to this moment from the future to stop Cyborg from meddling with the Unity because it could have some unintended consequences. Because check it out, as Barry sprints to the other shot, it almost looks like he's running into an explosion as it's being reversed, crumbling debris rolling back into place. So
yeah.
says Zack Snyder's Justice League is just going to be a prettier, glossier version of the theatrical cut. Hold the hell up. We could totally see the Justice League fail, leading to the post-apocalyptic nightmare future, a future from which Barry has to go back in time to reverse the events that led to it. That's probably what Barry was doing in that scene in Batman v Superman, where he's like, am I too soon? And we could see this whole history play out a second time differently. That's how you get a 4-hour movie, and it could all set up a butterfly effect crisis.
So
with
Lois
reverse
might
Flash
die.
that
I think
Barry
Lois
could have
dies
to
in
deal
this
with
one.
the Flashpoint movie.
It's-
Moving on to the next clip.
Superman goes crazy. Look at him. Look at that face.
Bro,
Oh, shit.
it has to.
Okay, I cannot get enough of this shot of Superman, black suit, heat vision, blasting downward, presumably it's Steppenwolf. But look behind him. Yeah, I think that blue portal is the boom tube opened up by the Mother Box Unity to Darkseid and his Parademon army on Apocalypse on the other side. One of Zack Snyder's many described visuals was for Steppenwolf's severed head to roll down this boom tube and stop at the feet of Darkseid. I am praying to Leonard Cohen that we get that here. Yeah, let's move on to the big in the final clip.
That would be badass. I would love that.
Society where honor
Oh,
is
God.
a distant memory. Isn't that right,
Yeah.
Batman?
I love the new voice.
Okay, so
Way
you may
better.
have seen my mental
Way
breakdown in this
better.
reaction, but just to elaborate, Zack Snyder revealed that he brought back Jared Leto Joker from Suicide Squad as one of his few major changes that he added in retrospect. That even though Jared Leto Joker was not in his script for Justice League, it was part of his overall vision for the DCEU to have him and Ben Affleck Batman meet. And we know the timeline of this addition based off how Joker quotes the "We live in a society" meme. This is where folks would start to use Heath Ledger's nihilist Joker to make memes for their awful philosophical hot takes, which of course evolved into later parodies of that, using, in addition to Heath Ledger Joker, Jared Leto Joker, Joaquin Phoenix Joker. We live in a society is just kind of a joke about people who think they're being profound and saying something no one's thought before, when that's obviously bullshit. So why does he quote it here? Well, think about this Joker. This Joker had a bunch of tattoos that were explained to be sort of part of a punk commentary on general Joker pop culture. So we live in a society is kind of on game for that meta concept of the character, but his tattoos are gone now. It does look like he might have covered them with makeup, sloppily smeared on, mouth covered like a kid who ate a whole bag of cheese puffs, and greasy hair. It's all a bit similar to the Heath
I don't think
Ledger
so. I think they
grunge
just
DIY take on the character. Snyder has
erased
described this
that
version of the
part.
character as a more world-weary Joker, a quote ghost of Christmas yet to come, and his meeting with Batman here is meant to put Batman on blast for all of his past choices that led to this. Joker says honor is a distant memory, suggesting that Batman has devolved into a hero without honor, without rules, one who takes lives. That line that he had previously avoided crossing, but now has to do all the time, making him a lot more like the honorless Joker. But the way Leto talks is weird here. Notice how he pronounces distant.
It's a distant memory.
Yeah, distant. Almost as if his teeth had been knocked out, right? He did have that grill before. Maybe Batman, in active rage, caved his mouth in. Now remember, Batman had a Joker card taped to his gun in that nightmare sequence. We saw that same card floating past camera and past trailers, and now Snyder intends to explain the story behind that. Joker here wears a SWAT vest that Snyder says is adorned with police badges, like trophies. Now this SWAT vest could be connected to the SWAT gear he wore when he rescued Harley Quinn in the final scene of Suicide Squad, but underneath it he wears a butcher apron. I don't know, maybe he thinks of himself as a butcher of pigs. Now Snyder says that had the studio allowed him to do another movie, he would have wanted to explore Batman's past with Joker, how Joker killed Robin, leading to that ha 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 jokes on you, how Joker
I think we
burned down
need
Wayne
that
Manor.
in Snyder
Even though
Cut.
we might not see it,
What
hopefully
happened to
this
Robin?
dialogue between them will hint at a lot of that dark history. But you'll notice behind Batman is Cyborg here, and it almost looks like he's wearing the same hoodie he wore when he met Diana. So I think his and Batman's mission is to connect with Joker, to offer him something, because I think Joker in this post-apocalyptic aftermath
It's gonna help him? They're gonna team up?
been able to get his hands on Mother Box tech, and in order to do whatever they gotta do, they gotta make a deal with this devil. By the way, if you want to continue this nerdy conversation, New Rockstars has an amazing
Goodness. I can't wait for this movie, be honest. Next month, Justice League Snyder Cut, Godzilla vs. Kong, same month. Ah, man. 2021 is looking good after a horrible 2020. 2021 looking like it's about to kick ass and take names later. I don't know if that's how the saying goes. I don't know what I'm saying. Like this video and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Make sure to put your thoughts and comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys' theory? Do you think they're gonna show us what happened to Robin? Do you think a big chunk of this movie is gonna be in the post-apocalyptic? I hope so. I want to see definitely more Batman kicking some ass. I want to see more Joker. We're gonna see Joker. I don't know how much we're gonna see of Joker, but we're gonna see more Joker. We're definitely gonna see more Cyborg. We're gonna see more Flash. They really didn't show a lot of Aquaman. Maybe I don't know what's going on there. Superman's gonna kick some ass in this one. He's gonna be pissed in this movie. He's gonna be pissed in this movie, and that's exactly what I want. I want to see Batman kick. No, I want to be Superman kick some ass in the black suit. I am pumped for this movie. I cannot wait. We're gonna end this shit right here. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below.